What's up, adventurers? My name is Platinum Phoenix, and welcome back to the Subspace Emissary. Last time, we fought Gallium. Twice. This time, we're heading back to the wilds. Except with different characters this time. So, let the adventure begin. Think we're going to go Pit, Mario, Link, Yoshi for this one. I want to bring up the fact that I don't think Pit has hit a single enemy in any cutscene with his bow. I don't think he's hit a single one, which is pretty funny when you consider that it is his primary form of attack. I'm getting swarmed a little bit. Come on, hit the thing so I can actually move on. So a couple of episodes ago, I talked about how Bowser uses his army to like defend him while he runs away and basically give him time to run away and everything. And I made the point to say that the other villains in this game don't use their armies. I failed to mention that they all technically do use an army, except it's not their army. Well, I was going to say these guys, which technically is correct. The Mites are technically part of the bigger overall army. But what I'm more talking about are like the Primids and everything. Basically, the Shadow Army is what I'm talking about. But it leads me to the question, how did the villains get the power to make the Primids? Because I don't know if that's ever actually answered in this story. I assume, so all of the enemies are made out of those, of creatures called shadow bugs, which are basically those black particles that you see fall out of the halberd whenever they attack the characters. Ooh, another sticker. But I'm assuming it's like something to do with the subspace, which is the area, which is basically the black orbs that they blow up everywhere, or that the ancient minister has been blowing up everywhere. So I'm assuming they're like subspace bugs or something. But they have like a lot of different properties for just being these tiny little bugs. They make up all the Primids of every type, which means they have the ability to take on different characteristics like fire or metal. They make up, I think they make up every enemy in the game. So like these eyes even are made up of them, I'm pretty sure. I'm just gonna leave that sticker. I don't need an extra sticker. I am gonna take this one though. They have the ability to, when a actual playable character is made into a trophy, they have the ability to go through the door pit. They have the ability to go over that trophy and then like become that character, basically transform into like a shadow version of that character and have all of their abilities and everything. But the main thing is, I don't know of any of the villains that actually have the power to make those bugs or control those bugs. Or I guess the villains just have the power to control those bugs, but I don't know how they got it, is what I'm trying to say. I'm rambling a little bit. But like the big bad guys, I don't think there's one villain that we have yet to like actually meet, or we've yet to meet, period. We're just gonna blow that up and kill Pit in the process, I guess. I wanted to take the creep out with that. But like of the villains we've seen, it's like Master Hand. He's more of a manipulating type of bad guy rather than a creation type bad guy, so I don't think he has the power to make um, the shadow bugs. None of the Nintendo characters have that power. I know that for a fact. So none of the like Bowser, Ganondorf, none of them have that power. There is one villain we haven't met, but I'm almost certain that he doesn't have that power. And then there's like the alternate form of Master Hand, which is called Crazy Hand. And I don't even think he's in this game. Like canonically, at least. He might be in the classic mode, but I don't think he's in the story mode. God damn it. I was hoping to take this guy out before he actually grew all the way up, because once he grows all the way up, he gets more power. Okay, I cannot jump through these bricks apparently. I don't even think there's wind here. I was just failing miserably. Was that just a trophy of music? That's an interesting one. And now we just have to get past all these motorcycles, which I'm just gonna hop past and slide. Because that's the end of the level. All right, and that's the stage cleared. Actually, there's two things I want to bring up. One, that's actually incredibly sad. The Rob that's just like waving and like, bye, boss. And then the second thing is Yoshi is faster than a bomb, apparently. I didn't actually know that. But our next stage is the swamp, so we're just gonna head on into it. Oh, and this is another stage that actually doesn't have a cutscene to start. This is the third stage out of all of these stages we've done so far. But we're just going to start with Fox, because I prefer the mobility of Fox when doing all these platforming things. He's also faster than Diddy Kong, so I prefer that when trying to move semi-quickly. Also, if we just drop down here, it's an item. I think that was a Kirby of some type, but I'll be honest, I couldn't exactly tell. We're just going to not die, please. That was extremely close. That was closer than I would have liked it to be. Speaking of closer than I would like it to be, we're just going to risk every jump in this level. That's what we're going to do. That's the plan. But to get back onto the topic of the shadow bugs and the pyramids and everything, it seems very convenient that the enemies just have a bug that can basically do everything they would want it to do, right? Like, it's able to, like I said, the last stage, it's able to take the appearance and abilities of enemies that that they make trophies of. Let's get on here before it actually gets away, because I don't like this section very much. But like, it's hard to say that what am I trying to say? It's hard to say what am I trying to say. Yes. Good job, brain. That is exactly what I was going with that. It's hard to believe that the enemies are just like, yep, we have this ultra massive powerful threat, and we just are deciding to now use it to make people trophies. That's the whole point of our advantage. But on the topic of trophies, actually, because I've noticed a couple of times when they make people trophies that it I I actually explained this to my father the other day, but it's very much like how they portray like a zombie apocalypse on TV. It's just like um almost like how they portray bite victims of a zombie apocalypse when people are being turned to trophies. Like just a couple of examples, like Lucas being very sad and scared running away from Wario when he turned Ness into a trophy, and then basically trying to get revenge on Wario afterwards. Both very big things that happen in zombie movies. And then just like a lot of characters just being scared of becoming trophies. It's also becoming a trophy is treated very much like being knocked out, and my main evidence of that is just the Pokemon trainer. Whenever he knocks out one of the Pokemon in the stage, it becomes a trophy, and then he catches it. But we're just gonna go through here, and I believe this is a cutscene. So I'm gonna rant a little bit about this fight too, because it's the hardest fight in the game, and it shows exactly what I was just talking about with the shadow bugs. Basically, you know, I fucked that. Oh, it actually worked. So this is the hardest boss in the game because it's just a big version of a character, so it doesn't actually count it as like a boss with like a health bar that you can just knock down. And you actually have to knock this giant Diddy Kong out. But what I was saying is that apparently if you just add more shadow bugs, you get a bigger character. Is that how this works? Please work. I just want to knock him out. Knock him out. Ah. But yeah, basically the whole way this fight works is you just have to either get incredibly lucky or get him to an incredibly high percentage and then get him to a corner to try to knock him out. Come on now. Because I don't think I've ever knocked Diddy Kong out of the top of the screen before. But there we go. I actually did it. That's a really hard fight. The hardest fight in the game, actually. But now we have a new character to go over in Falco. He is very similar to Fox in more than just the cutscene. Falco is ranked 7 out of 38. Similarly to Fox, he's very agile. He works very well on the ground and in the air, especially in the air, actually, because he's just fast and has really good aerials. He has a blaster that's actually better than Fox's, because his blaster, it's slower, but it actually deals a little bit more damage, I believe, and it stalls the opponent, which works very well in causing apparently I can't talk, in making approaches more difficult for the opponent is what I'm trying to say. We're just going to try to blow all these up. The trade-off for Falco's blaster being better than Fox's, and for his attacks to be a little bit more powerful, because Falco's actually a little bit more powerful than Fox's when it comes to his attacks. We're just going to take this. I missed? How did I miss? Why are there so many paratroopers? Okay, come on, guys. As you can see, the trade-off is he's pretty bad at his he has a pretty bad recovery, is the trade-off. Both his vertical and horizontal recoveries are not great. But he does actually, if I can come on. Okay, I'm just gonna jump, because apparently these, are you kidding me? Kill the paratrooper. I don't want to deal with it anymore. His jump is pretty good. It's just that his recoveries are pretty lackluster. Specifically, he goes less of a distance than Fox would. It's actually a very similar difference as Lucas and Ness have, where Fox is more like Lucas, where he's more versatile with his recovery, where he can go farther, and it actually does a couple of hits instead of one big hit, while Falco is more like Ness, where he does shorter recoveries and he's less versatile like that, but he does more damage overall. And apparently I am bad at platformers. Good to know. But we just need to go over here, and there should be a door here that leads us to the final area of this stage, which is a auto platformer, or an auto scroller, which I apparently cannot even survive that. Okay, can we stop with the bullet bills, please? Maybe. We're just gonna come over here for another beat 'em up style stage, which is actually my least favorite part of the stage because of the damn paratroopers again. I hate the paratroopers. We just have to knock all these guys out. Actually, can I turn you into that to just take the other two out? That worked out better than I was expecting, actually. Okay. And now we have a auto scroller part. Something else about Falco is that he does have a reflector, like Fox does, except he kicks his reflector out, so it technically has more range than Fox's does. I'm gonna get hit here. Nope, come on. I hate that tiny little platform because it never really works, but we are at the end of the stage. All right, and that is our second stage cleared of the day. Just go back to the map. So, since that's the second stage cleared of the day, I believe this will be the end of the episode. So, I hope everyone enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Next time, we're heading back to the research facility. But until then, Happy adventuring!